Hi, I'm Alvin from the London Motor Museum, and today we're going to teach you some basic maintenance on this 1967 Chevrolet Camaro with a 5.7 V8 engine. Right, first we'll start with popping the hood, I suppose. First we'll start with checking the car's engine coolant level. What we'll do is we'll take the rad cap off first, make sure the car has been off for a few hours so it has a chance to cool down. You can check if there's pressure in the rad by just squeezing the pipe that runs off it here, going into the engine. If it's hard, there's pressure. If it's soft, it's okay to remove the cap. Okay. First we push down, turn counterclockwise, and we take it off. Again, always keep an eye on every seal when you take off the rad cap. And as you can see from here, the car needs coolant because the level is fairly low. Next we're going to check the brake fluid. The brake fluid booster, or the brake booster, is always located behind the steering wheel in these old American cars. So some of them have a release from the side. This has two releases from the front and back. What you need to do is release the two locks. Sometimes they can be a bit stiff. Remove the cap. Just have a look in at the level. If there isn't enough to reach the top of the container itself, you need more brake fluid. This car has plenty in. Right, next we're going to check the power steering fluid level. Power steering fluid is right here, as you can see. Just twist the cap, and there should be a dipstick on the end of the cap. And what you do is, when the car is running, give it a wipe, place it back in, remove it, and check the level. On the dipstick there's a marker saying add or full. If it's down to the add mark, you add. Simple. Right, well, because this car has been converted to right-hand drive to drive on UK roads, the transmission fluid dipstick is actually located well behind the engine here. So unfortunately I can't get my hands in. The car needs to be on a ramp to do it, so we're going to have to leave that one out. But however, it's relatively easy to do on normal Camaros. Like the engine oil, firstly you have to leave the car running. Take the dipstick out, give it a wipe. On the dipstick it should have a marker. Put the dipstick back in, take it back out, have a look on the marker, and it should tell you whether to add or whether it's full. Right, next we're going to teach you how to check your HT leads and your spark plugs. Now, your HT leads are these cables or wires leading into your engine. If you follow it back, the other end goes into what's called your distributor cap. Now, how to check your HT leads, the connections, is just give each one just a little tug or a pull. See that the connection is good. Follow it back down into the engine and give that one a pull. And see if that connection is good. Now, to check your spark plug, grab a firm hold of your HT lead and give it a pull. This should release the HT lead from the spark plug. And as you see, we've exposed our spark plug. Now, To check your spark plug thoroughly, you need to release it with a spark plug socket or a deep socket with a rubber seal to grab the spark plug. And when you take it out, just check the tip for any discolourment or blackness. This would mean that the car is either over fueling or the plugs have been in too long. Now, to put the HT lead back on, grab your HT lead firmly and just give it a pull until you hear a click. And that's your basic maintenance on a 1967 Chevrolet Camaro.